We are launching our first digital.
Mark, how can I help you?
Hey Mark, my name is Jonathan with GardHouse. How's it going?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I was calling because we're a nonprofit organization here and we're trying to find spaces that we're able to meet at for either our team meetings or workshops that we have with college students that we serve. But wanted to get a little bit more information in terms of, is there a cost for nonprofits to meet? And if so, how much?
Sure. So you got a couple options.
Because right now we are like literally trying to figure out something.
Yep.
I'm Jonathan Gardner, the founding executive director of GardHouse. GardHouse is actually the first work-based program in Charlotte whose primary focus is college students of color.
Some kids have graduated, they find themselves, oh, what now? We want to really pick them up right now. This is a really pivotal time.
Even if it's just with one student, I want to be able to step back and say, I helped that student get to where they needed to be in life. There are a slew of programs to get college students of color into college. We step in to say a lot of the great work is being done on the front end, but we want to continue doing it on the back end as they're going throughout their collegiate careers, so that way we can connect them to employers that are really interested in hiring a diverse talent pool. For me, I was able to understand that it was needed for me to have internships, but like many of my peers, I didn't have the connections or the professional connections that were really needed to get me where I needed to ultimately be. So a lot of that grind sometimes seemed as if it wasn't amounting to much. When I entered the professional world in Charlotte, that's when I really realized that this was an issue not only I was facing, but a lot of my peers were facing.
I know and I've seen the struggle for students of color.
So I wanted to create GardHouse to combat that, especially after finding out for the last 50 years, college students of color were most likely to graduate unemployed. Twice as likely, specifically, than their counterparts. So something needed to be done. Our vision is to eliminate those systemic barriers that we all face, whether if it's making connections with other professionals, whether if it's paying for education. I want to make sure that you are getting connected to these individuals in these fields and looking at these roles. GardHouse connects college students of color, Black and brown, with minority-owned businesses, so that way they can receive internships throughout their collegiate careers.
I see GardHouse as a staple in the community.
It's not about metrics and hitting different data points and goals. Like, he really wants these students to be able to live their authentic selves.
I know that some students, like myself, coming out of college, some things you're not taught in life. You have to just learn. And I believe that my experiences that I've faced, I can now use that as a story.
So it was definitely important when leading this work that I created a team that was not only qualified to do the job, but was also passionate about the work. I didn't want to create a team that was just solely focused on checking the boxes. I wanted to create a team that was really dedicated to pouring into the students that we serve. Pick a question. Don't open it yet though. Pick a question, don't open it. You got it.
He's closing his eyes. This is intense.
Sorry, read it out loud. What is the person on the left gonna do with anything?
You gotta answer it.
Oh, okay. All right, Beverly, what does success mean for you now? What does success mean for you now versus when you were in college?
Okay, so when I was in college, success meant making a certain amount of money. Like having a particular salary, and success now means like making an impact and actually caring about what I do.
This morning, Jonathan woke me up bright and early so we could talk about policies and procedures for the GardHouse operation, and it just got me really excited while we were doing the work, just to know that we are laying the foundation.
So the main part of GardHouse is finding students who are ready to show up vulnerably, but as they are. And the main reason is because a lot of these systemic barriers are set in place for students that look like me and students that look like the students that we actually serve to not show up as authentically as they possibly can. And with that being said, you enter into an interview, you enter into your actual employment, you enter into all these different arenas, and you're not even showing up as yourself. So therefore, it's playing the mind games on a lot of the students that we reach because they've been taught this is a template that you need to prescribe to and that you need to implement in order to reach success. So therefore, the stress that a student faces while they're going through the job hunt is not even about if they can land a job. It's if they can show up as themselves or if they can be themselves to go through this process. And GardHouse didn't want for a student to feel as if that they need to consistently wear a camouflage in order to enter into employment. So as we're assisting students within our first year of operation, we really wanted to capture everything that's happening in their lives. Because a lot of times we just look at the interview and we look at them entering employment and we assess their ability to excel in that moment. But unless you actually know a student's story, you don't know what that student is carrying with them to that interview and into employment. So let's go on a journey. 4 different students, 4 different walks of life. I want you to see exactly what today's college student has to go through in order to achieve their dream.
My name is Diamond Walker. I'm currently attending the university. I'm attending Central Piedmont Community College. I'm in like my 3rd year. So.
My name is Serenity Anderson. I am currently attending UNC Charlotte. I was frantically searching for an internship because everyone around me was getting one, and I was like, I need one because I need to get a job. I need to get a job after college.
I heard about GardHouse through the CPCC job board, and they were offering internships in project management, and I'm passionate about it.
What really stood out about GardHouse was that they were looking to work with people, for students of color like me, who were having trouble finding an internship or finding places to work at.
My name is Tyree Washington. I attend college and graduated from the Appalachian State University.
My name is Trinity Halams. I am currently a junior. I attend school at Johnson C. Smith University.
I felt like, for someone in my field, a lot of representation for people like myself are not there. So once I saw that they were looking for a minority participation, I jumped at it.
This upcoming semester, I am working specifically with Profound Gentlemen through GardHouse, and that's going to be my internship for the fall.
This fall, I'll be working with SMS. They are I believe, a HVAC manufacturing company.
The position I will have at GardHouse will be community engagement leadership.
So recently, I was able to acquire this internship through FND INTEGRA through GardHouse during this pandemic. I plan on working with them throughout the rest of this fall, going into the winter.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Tari. Morning, how are you doing? Good, how are you? Good.
My name is Donna White. I am the HR manager for Superior Mechanical Services. I have been with the company a little over 2 years, and I am the direct supervisor for Diamond Walker. Superior Mechanical has been in business for 28 years. We are a commercial HVAC company. We are minority owned, so we had this is when COVID all started. So we had a couple of Zoom interviews, and Diamond and I spoke with Jonathan, of course. And Diamond was just ready. She was absolutely ready to start. I tried to, and I don't want to say hinder, but I tried to explain to her this is a male-dominated field, and Diamond said, "I don't care. I want to do it." So that intrigued me a little bit to say I don't care. I want to try, and I was excited for her to come on.
So my name is Richard CUEBAS. I'm an architect, originally from Puerto Rico. I'm founder of INTEGRA Architecture. I found out about GardHouse via, I think it's social media, LinkedIn, and mass marketing, mass email marketings, and it caught my attention immediately, the possibilities that an organization like GardHouse could bring us, all the resources.
What excited me to intern with F&D Integra is that they were looking for minority participation. I know in this field that, there's not a lot of people that look like me that are in this field. But what also excited me was that F&D was located, pretty much where I grew up, and seeing that their projects have, been in and around the area that I grew up, it's exciting. I mean, even as, at this age now, I didn't even know at one point that I drove right past one of their projects.
This is a mutually beneficial engagement that GardHouse is providing for both the student and the organizations that they will be assisting. These students are bringing a lot to the table.
I've been working with Profound Gentlemen, and what they are is a nonprofit organization that groups together educators of color to mentor to young boys specifically. And what they have me doing is finding types of grants and donors to reach out to. And I created a video thanking our September donors. And now I am in the process of working with, getting ready to work with someone from marketing.
I primarily work with the HR department, Miss Donna White. She is my supervisor, and I love her very much. Kind of just going around day to day asking people what their role is here at the business, kind of learning how it all ties into project management. We are building like an online inventory system, so I started helping out with that and taking charge of it. So I make sure that we have pictures of all the incoming inventory and making sure that the inventory list is updated and accurate for our inventory warehouse. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. I also help out with a lot of administrative tasks like filing the invoices and making sure that they are up to date and paid, and just making sure they're in the proper places.
I want to foster a sense of community and help to foster a sense of community, and to ensure that those that are part of GardHouse, both within the executive team and staffing, but with the students as well, is that they do everything with purpose. We want to ensure that everybody instills a sense of purpose, not only for themselves, but for those around them.
I think with your community cleanup, it has two goals. Because obviously your goal with the businesses is evident, because we're cleaning up in front of them so that way they can have more profitable opportunities for customers. So that's our goal number one. But for students, what does this do for them?
Students, it makes them more comfortable to enter the area.
When I met Trinity, she needed to be GardHouse's intern first. This young woman came to us because she was ready for a change in her life. And she bet on herself in order to see that change happen.
It's a lot of different, basically just getting the community involved now and trying to get people out the house, because just people in general, students. Lately, I've created the event for MLK. It's a beautiful sight sometimes whenever you clean up a place. And the fact that Charlotte's such a big place, but you got half of it dirty, that means only half of Charlotte's being seen. And ever since I've been at GardHouse, and we've started to actually just get to moving on things, I say for the people I'm working with, I would consider them a family now.
Right. Well, I think I have Diamond here with me. You're on speaker, so
okay.
She's here. Hi. And I think Diamond is benefiting from it, but you would have to speak with her. But
well, no, Diamond has shared nothing but great things. She's shared nothing but great things. so far?
Yeah, I hope she's doing well. She came at that time. We had to kind of change what we wanted to show her, but she has been very accommodating because we are at our end of year. We had a lot of things to wrap up, so we couldn't put her with people that we wanted to put her with because we're at end of year. But she has adjusted. She makes sure to ask, can she get help? People are coming to her, Diamond, can you do this for us? Can you get this done for us? Because they know that she'll get it done and she's aware of some things, you know. I think she's a little more technology savvy than some of our people we have working here. So they come to her, which is great. That means she's fitting in. That means they feel she's a part of the team because they're like, hey, Diamond. So she's an asset now. Oh, definitely. She definitely is an asset. Like I said, they're coming to her. She wasn't here Monday and is Diamond here today? I need her to help me with it. So she's definitely an asset here at this point.
With Tyree, we started exposing Tyree to different portions of the practice. We got him involved into our daily meetings via conference calls, and he's learning about all the projects that we're working on just by listening to them. He's been involved in site visits to learn about projects in construction, about projects about to be finished, and he's been exposed to also here with projects during the design, different phases of the design process. Right now, he's working on mainly residential projects with a senior principal at the firm as his mentor, and then for government office space, also with another licensed architect supervising him. So he's getting the residential projects exposure, and then the work and public phase of institutional work, so he can learn or he can decide what type of work he likes most.
We at GardHouse, I wouldn't say we're about business, but we do have a plan and an organized way of what needs to get done when it needs to get done. However, when I do conduct the check-ins, it's really, I'm talking to you. Sometimes I'm like, hey, forget the internship. How are you? And so, yeah, with Tyree and my other interns, I would just say, you know, it's a welcome space. Feel free to tell me what you need to know, what I need to know. And if you feel like you can let it out, let it out. And if you want to keep it to yourself, you can. I love to respect their personal life as well. But I just want them to always know that I'm not just here to help you get a job. I want to be here to help you be a better person. Diamond, can you hear me? How's your day been?
It's going okay. Just, you know, everything that's happening, things are a bit stressful right now. So yeah.
For everybody, right? You got the elections on one hand. I know for myself, I got work, and I know you, Miss Workaholic over there, and your internship. So I can imagine, like, your mind just like, wow.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot, and plus everything's going on with COVID, and plus the holidays. It's just a lot.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, peace comes your way, especially during this time of the year. I feel like even though it gets colder and a lot of people go through depression during this year, this actually is one of the happiest times of the year, I feel like, because of people really get back to what, you know, life is all about, you know, giving to other people and helping other people. You know, this is not going to be too long, not going to take up much of your time. How's your internship going?
It's going good. I mean, right now things are like busy yet slow at the same time. So like my main project, the inventory spreadsheet, like database I'm working on, that's very busy.
Definitely. I remember you told me a lot last time about your spreadsheet. I'm glad that's going well. And I'm glad you're getting that hands-on experience with that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Always. You know, you are part of the family, okay? This was a pleasure. Did you have anything else you wanted to say or add or anything like that?
Nope, I'm good on my end.
All right, cool. So that wraps up everything on my end. So have a good one. Hello, Serenity. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great, Miss Ball of Sunshine. Where's the little ball of joy?
He is asleep right now. He's taking a nap.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Awesome. I don't want to wake him up and give you a hard time. All right.
Oh, look, he's in the room. Yeah.
Cool. How's everybody? How's the fiance? How's your parents?
They're good. They're good. We're getting married next Saturday.
What?
Yeah.
Come on. So let's dive in. So how's things with PG?
It's good. They put me to work this week. Okay. Yes, I created a video that goes over their highlights for their organization to be shown at their board meeting. And yeah, but I had like a deadline of like 3 days. And every time I kept submitting, he was like, okay, can you add this? And can you add this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. But now I'm working with their, I think it's their grant manager, and we're trying to come up with some ads for their Giving Tuesday. So we're gonna come up with that. Yeah. They even put me to work.
Hey, well, I mean, that's a good thing. Experience, you know? And like you said, you're working with ads. That's what you want to do.
Right.
That's what you want to do. So there you go. Stay hopeful. We're going to do our best to make sure that you walk away from us, okay, employed. If push comes to shove and the end of the internship is over for us and you didn't get what you were looking for, we're not going to stop working for you, okay? Know that. Like, it goes beyond the money, okay? We're here on a mission to help people who look like us get what they need, okay?
Oh, thank you guys. You're like my new family.
All right, so that's all I have. Do you have any questions or anything?
No.
Cool. Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, Serenity.
All right, bye.
All right, bye, Serenity.
Like a family, we show up to provide additional resources for our students. Through our workshops, there are over several opportunities for these students to get plugged in and grow as professionals.
Any of our students that are currently online, all you would need to do is raise your hand, or you can put in the chat that you would like to speak.
I also participated in a revamp workshop for a resume. It was very intriguing and I did like it.
Hello everybody, thank you for joining us for Resume Revamp. We have all of our students, we have all of our recruiters and recruiting adjacent professionals online. I just want to say thank you first and foremost for joining us and taking just, moments out of your schedules to be able to assist with our students. I know they are all excited to be able to really receive the information that's needed in order for them to grow, especially being that a lot of them are nearing graduation as well. So this is very pertinent information that they need in this moment.
I was nervous. For me to have came into GardHouse that day and did the resume revamp, it gave me a different point of view. Like the girl I spoke to that day, she was actually open. She gave me more ideas. She connected with me. I didn't feel like, oh, I was less of a person afterwards. It felt like I gained knowledge from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, if you can't put the months for some of them, just leave it off all of them and just put the year. But, 4 seconds.
Ah, it went good. Oh, I wish it could have been longer. I was worried for nothing.
That is the one thing about the breakout rooms, is that when it's done, y'all.
She helped me fix my resume.
The workshops with GardHouse have been very informative and helpful, in furthering my career. I mean, even, beyond the internships.
Things happen with your finances, but that doesn't mean that we can't address it and move forward. A lot of the time, it will take some time, depending on the situation. It depends on how long it's going to take.
I check with my manager. Now you're sharing that you do your due diligence, right? You just don't make decisions willy-willy. You consult company policy. So you're using your critical thinking skills. So when you are not the transactional interview, you stand out.
I would definitely say that this internship is not a run-of-the-mill internship. I'm not out running coffee. I'm not, like the errand boy. I'm very much involved, I feel like, in projects than I thought I was, from the start.
So unless you object, he'll be sitting here and observing and listening to what's going on so he understands this is part of what we do as architects. Okay. Thank you.
Right now I'm helping with, creating some computer graphics for, a design proposal that they have, for downtown. As well as I did some preliminary construction drawings for, a design project at the Blumenthal that dealt with some doors. So, it's something that I couldn't have imagined, but the fact that I'm, this involved, speaks a lot, and I'm very excited for, going forward in the future. So today, at around 12 o'clock, we're going to go visit one of the residences that F&D INTEGRA was involved in on Tremont Avenue. I look forward to this. This would be the second site visit that third site visit actually that I've gotten to be involved with. What I'm really looking for is just the experience, being able to, dive deep into, the inner workings of an architecture firm.
We are all very passionate about what we're doing. We care about the students.
The GardHouse team is more than just a team that's provided to a student to help them land a job. It's about being able to excel in life. Therefore, our workshops not only focus on workforce development, but we also focus on personal development, from interviewing to mental health. Our team is multifaceted and multi-talented and really caring about all the things that a student needs in order to excel as a professional. Before you can become a professional, you have to have a certain idea of who you are personally. So therefore, our approach is different in that manner. And we provide this personalized approach for each student that walks into our doors.
I want you to think of two things, okay? But save one for later because you might use it later, all right? So what two things do you consider yourself to be good at?
I'm good at cooking.
Cooking? Okay. I just found out that I had that skill myself.
I'm gonna say working under pressure.
Working?
Yeah.
Okay, elaborate.
Because I like to procrastinate and I put everything off until like I know I should be doing it, but I wait till the last minute, so it's like I have to get all of it done this moment. So I'm gonna say working under pressure.
I know me and my brother, we find ourselves to have had that situation. Sometimes like when deadlines came in school, like we could kill a paper. I had to learn that you can't do that, you know? But yeah.
So I don't know if you all remember when you applied to GardHouse, you all wrote personal statements. And we wanted to bring those back up so that way we can understand what was some of the strengths that we could have been tapping into then, but also give ourselves patience or allow for ourselves to have patience as we're reading these things and analyze how you might have grown even just from that personal statement months ago.
Trey, you want to share?
Looking at what I typed, I don't think my head was on all the way still. I was confused on what I want to reach for. Like, my goals and everything is all over the place. But now that I'm at the standpoint I am now, I know exactly what I want to be and what I want to work towards.
So I want to ask you an additional question because I want to touch on passion for you. In your personal statement, you do talk a lot about an underrepresented field. So why is it such a passion for you to, or why is it your passion to remain in that field if it's underrepresented?
Oh man, it's a lot. I mean, one thing like specifically for me is just like, I don't want to go too deep into it, but like for me, I want to become an architect to go back to my community and, become like a teacher or something. Or at one point, start my own firm and build, affordable housing for underrepresented communities,
Like that, bro.
That's the you win it. We are going to go deeper, though.
We're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. That's good.
Take the next 30 minutes, do the Strength Finder assessment, and as you're doing it, I just want you to pick up on some things and just note what you think is interesting, what you didn't think was interesting. And when you come back, we will share what surprised you in that Strength Finder assessment.
I have anxiety. I do not like being the center of attention or putting myself out there.
We're growing with you guys. We want you to understand exactly why you are here, why you're doing what you're doing, what's motivating you to just step out of bed in the morning. And I want you to share that with Mark. As you're going through your touch base, this is his opportunity to really get connected to you more, but also to hold you accountable. Accountability is definitely key as we're talking about growing as professionals. Now that we are halfway through our fall internships, we have been getting great feedback from student employers, letting us know that the students are doing not only great work, but they will become great professionals upon graduation. So for us, that momentum is definitely there, but it's making sure that students are able to see that there is more still available for them. Because right now, we are still in this pandemic, and the more college campuses are going under quarantine because of clusters breaking out and having fatigue with online classes, it's becoming a little bit more difficult to reach them the way that we really need to reach them. But the motivating force behind it all is that we have students that are receiving real experience and possibly will obtain employment. To make sure that we are developing students, but we need to also make sure that students are in the right headspace to receive the development that they need in order to succeed. With all of our interns, we have to be cautious as to how we are approaching it because we are in a pandemic and we need to make sure that we're meeting their needs during these difficult times.
Yesterday I had the opportunity to talk to Marquise again in the afternoon. We also decided to dive deep into some other things on how I get my mind off of stress and how to not have my emotions bottled up lately due to school and it becoming a little bit more overwhelming.
I would love to teach students self-care because you're going to have those tough days and you are going to have to pour into yourself. And there are some days you're going to be like, I really want to quit, but love on yourself, pour into yourself, make yourself feel better. I also want them to practice mindfulness. So meditating, taking a walk, exercising, doing those things that can clear your mind.
So I decided to give him a piece of what I've been doing lately, and you can see in the corner, I've started back drawing. It's one of my favorite, it used to be one of my favorite hobbies to do when I have time because it is very time consuming. So every stroke is a stress I've had all week, basically. And I enjoyed our little mini session, but I know we got more to go and I got more to tell. So overall, it was pretty good.
My work laptop, my personal laptop, probably
Let's get you plugged in.
Starting out with GardHouse, I mean, I had high hopes, but at times, I felt like my confidence wasn't there, not just, believing in myself, but, what steps do I actually need to take, to get to where I need to be. So with each workshop, we built on, that process of, this is what you need to do.
I've done other internship programs if people don't really check on you. At least with GardHouse, they check on you, make sure how is your internship going? Are you learning anything? Do you have any questions or concerns? So I definitely do like that because some internships, they just throw you to the wolves, basically.
I have to be at the GardHouse workshops. That's like a given. Like I have to be here because I do gain more information, things I didn't know about like LinkedIn, about the job life, about the careers. I learned all that from GardHouse. GardHouse should really be at every college because it can learn, students can learn so much from them.
That tailoring to me, they want to find the things that I'm good at and what I want to do, and are going to try to find those steps to help me achieve that.
Honestly, they see me where I'm at, and they've met me there, and they're like, okay, so I know this is your situation. How can we help? What can we do to elevate you to that next step? And I am so grateful for them for that.
It's been such a journey, seeing them from when I started contacting them at the beginning of their school year, this fall school year, and to see their growth, not only professionally, but just as a person and their character. I'm thankful that I was able to pour into them and shine some light on how to maneuver through this thing called life.
So when you ask why GardHouse, it's because Trinity is an exception. I can't be inside your head to pinpoint where it is that stops you from believing in yourself.
I've become vulnerable. I had to put my guard down, and it was very nerve-wracking a little bit, but it made me grow in some way with the help of the person that was with me through it.
Millions of Trinities are being missed.
I do deserve to be in my career field because it's something I desire, something I'm passionate about, something that I put forth effort and time and commitment to. And with GardHouse, they showed me that with all those characteristics, anything's really possible.
Hey, Mr. Tyree, what's up? Sit here. So have you been feeling here, working for us so far?
I've enjoyed it very much so. I mean, y'all have been, treated me like I've been an employee here ever since I've been here, and been giving me projects that I feel like that are helping me, reach my goal of one day becoming an architect.
I don't know your plans like going on that November 30th. It's the last day of the internship. So I don't know if you have plans for after that, but we would like to keep you here for a little while longer.
So today we're gonna meet with Tyree and tell him that our intentions to hire him on a part-time basis.
And we're willing to even offer you a part-time position. So what do you think?
Well, I appreciate it. I mean,
will that be something that you?
That would definitely be something I'm interested in. Oh, where do I sign?
Yeah, there, like on the side there.
Put this on that paper.
Awesome. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you all. Wow. Just not expecting this today. Oh, wow. I'm off going with emotion right now.
That's great.
Guess what, y'all? I got hired.
Come on, give me a hug.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations, you work hard.
One of the greatest benefits and blessings that we've been afforded is to be able to witness this growth.
It was, a great feeling that, not only do they see, my talent, in the field, but they want to diversify, the architecture fields. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. It was a gift sent from God, it felt like.
Just think about a time where you had a dream that you wish somebody would have just heard and been able to provide a resource for. That's what GardHouse is. We're a home of resources for students to excel in their dreams.
Personally, I would like to thank GardHouse for all that they have done and what they plan on doing for me beyond the internships and employment. GardHouse, I am forever indebted to you, and I thank you once again for this opportunity.
This is more than just a template. We can't just provide a one-size-fits-all anymore. We need to give this personal approach for each student that walks through our doors. It's what's needed. And now we have the opportunity to grow. We have the opportunity to reach more students. But wanted to get a little bit more information in terms of, is there a cost for nonprofits to meet? And if so, how much? And hearing from their peers what is actually possible when you dream. So why GardHouse? Because it's a place where every student's dream has a home. And will always have a home.
It's moments like this. Like, I want you to feel as if that you can sit around a table, have honest conversation, be truthful, and just be able to fellowship and provide resources to one another. Like, if you know something, share it. If you know something, share it. Just being family.
So 7 o'clock to 7:45 flash shows. But the flash shows will go until the host is done. So it's going to be from 7 to 8.
Okay.
And then 8 o'clock is when the film begins in like that 5-minute period or whatever it is.
Probably 8:30. Because from what Google says,
Well,
20:30 is 20.
Yeah,
It's
no.
8, right? Well, that's the sunset.
Yeah, it is. 20 is 8.
Yeah, so
It's going to be late though.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
I mean, you kind of know what you're
Because
getting
sunset's
into
not
when you go
8:30.
to
Then we have to,
drive-in
do we think that there's going to be a
It has to be dark.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to
It's
be.
like sun. It's like sunset.
on the screen. So I think now it needs to be a weekend. If we're doing this, an hour and a